Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I'm so glad to see you all. So is Zena. Hey, Zena, say hi to the people. She's leaving. She's not leaving. She's just moving. Of course she is. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here today. So plans changed, guys. Okay. I was going to do a couple of stories about these guys who killed pedophiles or what they thought was pedophile. It's a whole thing. We'll get to it eventually. But this week, some crazy stuff has happened in my neck of the woods, and we need to talk about it because it's crazy. So, I had heard of this judge that we're going to talk about just kind of in passing. And then some stuff happened on Thursday morning. And it's a crazier story the more you dig into it. So we're going to be right off the bat into it. First, I'm going to say hello to Mr. Zed, of course. By the way, guys, today is Mr. Zed's and my anniversary. So if you see him in the chat, tell him happy anniversary. I want people to guess. There's a couple of people who know, but guess how many years Mr. Zed and I have been married today, like as of today. Quest Fanning, I see you there, you know. Yo Mama, I see you there, you know. Christo, good to see you. Society Red, always a pleasure. And please, anybody who's here, welcome people in as they come. Now, I'm not ready. I don't have the screen share ready. So let me get that going and we will get into this story. Actually, I don't need that quite yet. I got notes. So, Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson was elected as of November of 2020. She requested immediately upon getting into office. I'm going to try to multitask. We'll see how that goes. You guys who know me know this is not going to go well. She gets into office. It's an elected gig. So she gets into office in 2020 in November. Or that's when she's voted in, right? And okay. Whoa. Wrong button, Katie. Actually, that's probably good since Zena's laying weird. We'll go with that. We'll put Zena small at the bottom. By the way, if you donate while we're on air, Zena gets a milk bone. I have the milk bones right here. They're ready to go. So I forgot to say that this time. If you do that, that's the thing we do over here. We talk about a lot of true crime over here. This is not as devastating as, unless you think corruption is devastating, but we talk about some really gruesome, devastating stuff. So we keep the dog around for moral support. Like sometimes you just need a little puppy time when you're talking about, people getting savagely murdered and whatnot. So there's that. Society Red guesses 15 years. We're going to play Price is Right rules. The closest guess without going over gets extra points. I don't know what the points are for, but so anniversary number 15 is Society Red's guess. So anybody else who wants to guess how long Mr. Zed and I have been married, feel free to put your guess in there. I'll circle back in a couple of minutes and see what you people say. Price is Right rules. So immediately getting into office, she asks for a pay increase because her predecessor was not an actual attorney. It turns out before a probate judge didn't have to be an attorney, basically, because it's just like signing paperwork for the most part. But she is an attorney, so she says, I need more money. We're talking about Christina Peterson today. And so the salary was $96,000 per year. And she said, we need to have more. I need more money than that. And in case you guys are wondering what a probate judge is, I will tell you what a probate judge is. Whoa, that's small writing. Where did my notes go? Here in Georgia, Georgia's probate courts have varying responsibilities. All of the courts administer wills and estates, appoint and oversee guardians and conservators, kind of like Britney Spears, the conservatorship stuff. They issue marriage and concealed weapons licenses, which is the only contact that I've had with the probate courts is my marriage license and my weapons license. And some of the counties in Georgia, the probate judges also do like traffic court. So it's not like they're not seeing they're not seeing like really big cases. They're not overseeing murder cases or anything like that. So in addition to the salary hike, she also gets to keep a portion of the court fees. So like the weapons licenses here in Georgia are about $80 or something like that. So she gets to keep a portion of that. Hey, Mr. Zed, if you could get over to Twitch, that'd be great. I would appreciate that. So Christina takes her new office and her new salary. They did give her an increase in wages, which I kind of agree with and kind of don't agree with, because like, yes, she's an attorney, but also she knew what job she was signing up for. So it's like if I have a master's degree in something and I take a job at McDonald's, I am not going to expect to get paid $100,000 a year or something like that. I would expect to get McDonald's wages. So she's kind of underemploying herself. So she gets into office, gets her new salary, and immediately there's ethics complaints stemming from social media posts and her time as an attorney, like before she became a judge, and also time as a judge. Let's play this little clip for you.
New developments in a Fox 5 I-Team investigation involving how big a paycheck a newly elected judge should be getting.
Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says taxpayers won't be paying the judge as much as she wanted, but still more than some elected leaders feel that she deserves.
I'm looking for fairness across the board.
And for soon-to-be Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson, fairness would be to make $175,000 a year, around what the Superior and State Court judges in Douglas County are getting.
It's not being fair and consistent. I have those same qualifications as everyone else.
Forget that she's never been a judge before, and the probate judge's job is mainly to process wills, birth certificates, and marriage licenses. The man she's replacing made $96,000 a year.
She knew what the pay was when she signed up to run.
The issue was so contentious in Douglas County that the chief judge of Superior Court offered his opinion before the budget vote, sending commissioners this letter listing the small number of probate court cases, 647, compared to the caseload for all the other courts.
It's not fair to compare that court to the other judges.
But commissioners would do just that, voting 3-2 that since Peterson is an attorney and her predecessor is not, she deserved a supplement of $36,688 to go with her state-mandated $88,110 a year salary. She'll make at least $124,000 a year.
We have a 3-2 vote and the motion carries.
But that's not all. State law allows the probate judge to keep any fees paid for birth and death certificates. This year in Douglas County, that added up to more than $70,000. Retiring Judge Hal Hamrick kept half, returning the other half to the general fund. Judge Peterson says she will keep it all, meaning if that fee amount repeats next year, her actual pay could rise to as much as $194,000. That would be more than any other judge in the Douglas County Courthouse.
Spoiler alert, it ends up being way more than that.
This is a sham. This is a shame for Douglas County. It is a dark day in Douglas County.
We reached out to Commissioner Ann Jones-Guider, one of the 2 no votes. She's afraid other constitutional officers will also insist on county supplements to their salary.
It's going to come back to bite us. I think Pandora's box has been opened then.
Peterson also stands to make far more than her fellow probate judges in nearby counties with similar populations. They're attorneys too. And in Paulding County, that judge also handles traffic court. Judge Peterson's office does not have that responsibility. Commissioners also gave Peterson 2 additional employees. In an email, Peterson told me she knew what her predecessor made, but she was, quote, negotiating her compensation package. She would not explain why an office with such a small caseload could justify such a big salary. I'm Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.
All right, so she ends up getting more money than, she asked for. And then immediately all of these questions about her ethics come into play. So I'm going to read to you from the ethics thing because not the whole thing because it's 39 pages. I'm not reading 39 pages right now, but I highlighted some stuff that I want to read to you. Did I not highlight? I know I highlighted. Let's put on some background music for this. All right. So on February 1st of 2017, in her capacity as a practicing attorney, Judge Peterson filed a lawsuit on her own behalf against her homeowners association, Silver Creek Ranch Homeowners Association. And then on December 28th, 2017, now keep in mind, this is when she was an attorney. So approximately 9 months after filing the second HOA lawsuit, Judge Peterson sent a letter to opposing counsel with a settlement offer. So she files this lawsuit on behalf of her and everyone else in her neighborhood who's part of the homeowners association. And she sends a letter and demanded $70,000 for a settlement of the case. I'm not sure the details of that case, but she's asking for a settlement of $70,000. I'm going to pause right here and give you guys one more chance to answer. By the way, the people who know cannot answer, and I know who knows. But like I said at the beginning of the show, it's Mr. Zed and my's anniversary. And whoever guesses Price is Right rules, what year, how long we've been married. So Price is Right, how long have we been married without going over, will get their name entered into the drawing. Right now, we only have a couple of people who've entered the contest. 3 people. Nobody's correct right on yet, so. So she gets the settlement. So she asks for the settlement. She gets the settlement. And upon receiving the settlement funds from Nationwide, which is the homeowners association's insurance company, Peterson did not promptly notify her other plaintiffs in the case, the other people in the homeowners. At 1:25 p.m. on March 5th, 2018, Judge Peterson sent an email to the other plaintiffs stating as follows: there is an HOA meeting tomorrow at 7 p.m. As you know, we have settled the case. I need you all to sign a release and waiver before we may credit your account. If you owed invalid fines, I guess they were charging invalid fines is the issue. So if you owed invalid fines, we will credit those fines. If you paid fines, you will receive that money back, and everyone will receive an additional $150. However, if you owe money to SCR, that money will be applied to your account. If you do not owe money, you will be issued a check. I will have the form to sign tomorrow at the HOA meeting. Let me know if you have any questions. To date, Judge Peterson has failed to promptly distribute the settlement funds to each of her former clients. So she basically got $70,000 and didn't pay any of her co-defendants in the case. That's just one of the things. So this is very interesting. On Saturday, April 17th, 2021, Judge Peterson was scheduled to perform a wedding at the Douglas County Courthouse. That's the courthouse she works in. the Douglas County Courthouse is closed to the public outside normal business hours and on the weekends. In the event of after hours or weekend events where civilians will enter the courthouse, the sheriff office schedules and pays deputies to be present to conduct security screenings of civilians before they can enter the courthouse. On Saturday, April 17th, the deputies were scheduled to be at the courthouse to conduct security screenings of civilians for Judge Peterson's wedding. This was not, she wasn't getting married. One of her friends was, and she wanted to officiate the wedding, which was, the wedding was set for 11 a.m. per the schedule distributed to them. The deputies reported to the courthouse prior to 11 a.m. and left around 12:45 because nobody showed up for this wedding. Judge Peterson told Captain Wilson that her wedding party had not yet appeared because the wedding was set for later that day, and Captain Wilson tells her, I'm going to go off script here for a minute. So the captain of the deputies says, well, it was scheduled for 11 and that's what you told us was going to happen, so you can't go in the courthouse. Judge Peterson told Captain Wilson that she was going to do what her wedding party wanted to do. So blatantly disobeying safety orders from Captain Wilson. Captain Wilson reiterated that she was not allowed civilians to enter the courthouse and advised that doing so would constitute a violation of protocol. Judge Peterson proceeded to allow 7 civilians into the front entrance of the courthouse. The first 3 civilians were not with Judge Peterson's wedding party. The subsequent 4 were with Judge Peterson's wedding party. So not only did she let people into the courthouse without getting screened, she let strangers into the courthouse without getting screened as well. The first 3 civilians walked freely through the courthouse without an escort. Can anybody guess what the issue is here? Of why you can't just let people into a courthouse without getting screened? Like, these people could have left stuff in the courthouse and came back for it later. Like, anything, bombs, guns, whatever. They could have inadvertently left stuff that prisoners could find later on in areas. Like, they were just given free reign. So these 3 people who she did not know could have had somebody who had court the next day, or this was a Saturday, so 2 days later, and could have like stashed stuff for prisoners. We don't know these people. We have no idea. In response to an email from Judge Emerson explaining the timeline of events leading to his request to suspend her, okay, so the head judge suspend her after hours access. And in response to that, she says to Judge Peterson says to Judge Emerson, which is the head judge guy, how are you even a judge? This is a brand new judge, by the way. She's been in office less than a year at this point. This is definitely not becoming of the judiciary, and you should be ashamed of yourself. This is harassment, prejudicial, and borderline racist. I pray that your soul is saved, and I also pray that the sheriff will know his authority and use it for good. Denying access to my capitalized office in the courthouse is denying me access to perform my constitutional duties. You have no authority to make decisions in which you attempt to make. Please retire, as this county has outgrown your spirit. She's writing this to the main dude. The main dude. All right. I'm going to take a quick break and see if anybody guessed. Let me scroll up. Oh, somebody got it exactly. Linda. Ding, 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 ding. Linda, I'm going to put your name into the drawing right now. Linda got it, guys. Congratulations, Linda. You're getting your name entered into the drawing. And I did see a super chat come in as well. So we're going to get Zena her treat. 27 years? How old do you think I am, Ron? I guess if we got married very young, 27 years would make sense. So that's not bad. But 42 years, that's A little scary. All right. Congratulations, Linda. And let's get Zena on the screen here. And we will give her... Hey, Zena. Ron loves you and got you some milk bones. Here we go. It makes me kind of sad to see all that white on her face. She's getting old. She's getting a little old. That poor Zena. Anyway, I appreciate the support. Congratulations, Linda. Thank you very much, Ron. I'm going to dig back into it. So this is why we're talking about this woman. This lawsuit right here. Or this ethics complaint. I mean, this is not why we're talking about her. What happened on Thursday, which we're going to get to. It's crazy. Okay, this part. So this person has no respect for the people who are in charge. Obviously, no respect for authority if she wrote a letter like that to the head judge of the courthouse. And then on April 21st, after this judge says you can't have access after hours, we tried to let you have that and you messed up. You let people into the courthouse that you shouldn't have let in. So Judge Peterson had a member of her staff send multiple frivolous requests for judge after hours courthouse access to the county for authorizations. Keep in mind, these were frivolous. This is not when she actually wanted to be in the building. The requests were for 5 p.m. on April 22nd to 8 a.m. to April 23rd. So overnight, the entire overnight from 5 p.m. to midnight on April 23rd, and another one on April 26th from 8 a.m. to midnight. So she's just sending frivolous requests at this time. Keep in mind, every time one of these requests happen, the sheriff's office has to schedule 3 deputies to be there. So she doesn't care about the taxpayers' money either, because these guys have to show up to work, and and not to mention the fact, excuse me, if these are overnight shifts, I don't know if any of you have ever worked overnight jobs. When I worked for Walmart many, many years ago, during Christmas time, during the setup for Christmas, we would have to take some overnight shifts because it's Walmart and you just have to do that. And I would have to take several days off beforehand to adjust my sleep schedule from working from 7 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon to doing that overnight shift. Because you have to, it messes with your brain switching your sleep schedule up that much. So these sheriffs would have to do that as well. Thank you very much, Erica, for being a member for 8 whole months. That's amazing. Zena appreciates it too. There you go. That's from Erica. I appreciate that. I don't know if I highlighted anything. Okay, here's some more. Judge Peterson requested that Douglas County Sheriff's Office deputy escort her every... Oh, here's another thing she did. This is on to the next thing that she did. Let me get a sip of coffee. Okay, so Judge Peterson requested that a sheriff escort her every time she walks from her office to her courtroom, and then from the courtroom back to her office. On May 11th, 2021, Judge Peterson's deputy escort was a few minutes late to her office. In response for the escort's tardiness, Judge Peterson hit the emergency panic button in her office. Way to make sure that if you ever actually have an emergency, people are going to be taking their time to get there. She hit the emergency panic button because her escort was a couple of minutes late. Just a couple of minutes. Whew. Crazy. Okay, so that's all I'm going to read from that. This lawsuit has like 36 different things that she did. Those are the main ones that I wanted to talk about, though. So I'm just painting a picture for you. Just painting a little picture of what kind of person we're dealing with.
A Douglas County judge faces trouble for some social media posts she made before she took office. The state's Judicial Qualifications Commission charged probate judge Christina Peterson with violating the Code of Judicial Conduct.
Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says the allegations involve then Judge-elect Peterson asking for cash gifts, promoting private restaurants, and making, quote, inappropriate sexual commentary.
I, Christina J. Peterson,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
Christina Peterson has only been a judge 6 months, but already she faces allegations she's brought, quote, disrepute upon her office. In a filing from the Judicial Qualifications Commission, the group...
It's not good when people are saying in legal documents that you've brought disrepute to your office. That's not great.
that investigates complaints against judges, Peterson is accused of using her social media account to solicit cash donations for her birthday.
Public solicitation of gifts to a judge is extraordinarily problematic.
Michael Broyd teaches professional ethics at Emory Law School.
I would like to have a case in front of a judge who I've made a cash gift to. Wouldn't you?
Peterson qualified to run for probate judge in March 2020. She won the primary election in June and had no opposition in the November election. According to the JQC complaint, on her birthday last August, Peterson posted this on her official Christina J. public Instagram page. A picture of herself wearing a birthday tiara and listing her Cash App account. Quote, if anyone feels like sharing their quarantine wealth. When JQC investigators contacted the judge this year, the complaint says Peterson explained she thought that post was to her private personal page, and I was wondering on that day why I was getting Cash App from people I didn't know. The JQC said in her Instagram bio, Peterson called herself Judge-elect.
If it was done in public, it's a cardinal violation, which is an intolerable activity for a judge to do. A judge cannot stand up and say, I'm a judge, send me money.
Even if she wasn't on the bench yet when she made that post?
Yes.
The complaint also says Peterson used her judge-elect status to encourage people to visit 2 restaurants. And on her Twitter page, she recorded a video offering relationship advice, calling someone a, quote, homeless sexual, and making reference.
Okay, so that video that they're talking about, she was dressed up in whiteface, pretending to be like a redneck white dude, and basically making statements to the effect like disavowing interracial marriages. So that's going to be important here in a little bit. So she's dressed up in whiteface on her Instagram or Facebook, whatever it was, social media, tweeting about it. All like there's a history of her being against interracial marriages. Just keep that in mind for later. Oh, good. I love it when this happens while I'm streaming. Come on, you can do it.
Reference to, quote, African American male genitals. The JQC called it, quote, inappropriate sexual commentary.
You think?
Judge Peterson did not reply to repeated requests for comment from the Fox 5 I-Team.
I'm grateful that the people of Douglas County elected me to serve as their probate judge. That is a big thing.
Peterson already generated controversy before she took office, convincing commissioners to pay her more than her predecessor because he was not an attorney and she is. Peterson now collects $124,000 a year. Combine that with the money she's allowed to keep from fees paid for documents like marriage and birth certificates, and Peterson could make more than a state Supreme Court judge. Now those same justices will decide whether the JQC allegations are true, and if so, what kind of punishment Judge Peterson should face. Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.
All right, so this is who we're dealing with here. Now, I love that they use the word disrepute in the lawsuit. That was fun. So she got another complaint, and we're going to go into this one too.
A judge in Douglas County is hit with a second state complaint of wrongdoing, and she's only been in office for less than a year.
This is the one with the wedding video, I believe. Yeah, this is the wedding video. And I wanted to, even though I read the complaint about this one, I wanted to show you guys the video of it because it is so blatant. She comes in and like just opens the door for these people.
This time, probate judge Christina Peterson faces allegations she put the public's safety at risk. Fox 5 I team reporter Randy Travis tells us more.
On a Saturday afternoon this past April, probate judge Christina Peterson, seen on the security video in the black robe, presided over a wedding inside the closed.
What? Keep in mind that some of these people,
closed Douglas County Court.
some of these people, she doesn't know some of these people coming into the door right now. It's not like she's standing over there. She's just letting people in that don't go with the wedding party to wherever they go to her office or whatever, and are just allowed to be walking around the courthouse. I have to make it small.
This happened even though Peterson was told something judges don't often hear. You can't do that.
You cannot go in this building, and eventually she went in.
The sheriff's office said Peterson had originally told them the wedding would be that morning. So just like during the week, deputies opened the courthouse that Saturday to make sure anyone entering the building was properly scanned. But when no one else showed up that morning, the deputies locked up and left. Hours later, Peterson arrived and opened the courthouse, ignoring the sheriff's office orders, and let the wedding party and guests wander the second and third floor of the courthouse unscreened.
If you don't go through the screening station and you're a citizen, you could drop off a gun, put it in the trash can in the bathroom. There's places in there you can hide things that could hurt people.
Did the judge put anybody at risk that day?
She put all of the employees that work in this courthouse and the citizens who would come that Monday morning at risk.
The April 17 incident is one of several new charges from the Judicial Qualifications Commission, the organization that oversees judges in Georgia. Earlier this year, the JQC accused Peterson of inappropriate social media behavior, like using her position as a judge-elect to solicit cash gifts for her birthday. She says she didn't know her Instagram page was public and meant the post only for her.
She had, by the way, this whole I didn't know my page was public. She has in her bio that she was the judge-elect when she made that post. So she knew it was public.
Friends.
Board of Commissioners, I'm not asking for favor.
Peterson made waves even before taking office, successfully arguing she should get paid as much as a Superior Court judge.
Now, that's not sufficient for the increased judicial responsibilities that I will have to have, including jury trials.
But last year, Chief Superior Court Judge David Emerson complained to commissioners raising Peterson's salary would be unfair, especially in a tight budget, because the probate judge typically holds few trials and has a caseload far less.
I'm going to pause it right here so you can see the different judges and how many cases they deal with. Probate court has about 647 cases a year. And keep in mind, most of these cases are somebody getting a marriage certificate or somebody getting their weapons license, where all they have to do, all the judge has to do is look at the paperwork and say yay or nay and sign some paperwork. These other judges are overseeing actual like jury trials and stuff like that. So 6,000 something for the Superior Court. State courts have 13,000 a year. A juvenile court has 1,000, so twice as many. A little less than twice as many, but I can't math. Magistrate court, 10,000. And I understand magistrate court is also kind of just paper pushers, but these other courts are like actual courts, like where there's, trials and subpoenas and like all of that stuff.
Less than other judges.
I'm just shocked that it's even being considered.
When Emerson heard about the unauthorized Saturday wedding, he temporarily suspended Peterson's after-hours access to the courthouse. According to the JQC complaint, Peterson responded with this email to Emerson, copied to other court and government officials. "This is harassment, prejudicial, and borderline racist. I pray that your soul is saved, and I also pray that the sheriff will know his authority and use it for good."
The ill temperament in the emails is conduct deeply unbecoming a judge.
Neither Peterson nor her attorney would comment about the latest allegations. Emerson declined comment as well.
The JQC complaint also contains allegations that Peterson took advantage of her own neighbors. This was before she became a judge. She represented some of them in a lawsuit against the Homeowners Association, yet kept the entire settlement, $70,000.
Some of those clients later took Peterson to court, accusing her of misleading them. The case was dismissed. Neighbors agreed to talk to the Fox 5i team about the JQC complaint, but then changed their minds after they say Judge Peterson sent them this email. The commission who is bringing this lawsuit back up in order to attempt to remove me as a judge has no authority to relitigate the case. And then Peterson told them, we still have attorney-client privilege. Attorney-client privilege only applies to what an attorney discloses. The client is free to say what they want, especially if they're unhappy with their attorney. Michael Broyd teaches ethics at Emory School of Law.
Part of the problem here is...
By the way, this is the second time we've seen this ethics professor, which the reporter obviously has like some sort of, he's interviewed him a lot. But how boring would this guy's class be? I can barely watch the news segment for 5 minutes with him. I'm falling asleep. He's like... He needs to get more excited about this stuff. It's very interesting stuff. Like the actual material that he's covering is very interesting to me, but he's just I might be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong.
That the judge seems to not be a person who ever expresses regret and remorse and a tendency to say, I'm so sorry, I'm new at this job and I've made a mistake.
Based on now 2 complaints, how much potential trouble is she in?
She could be removed from office.
The Georgia Supreme Court turned down the JQC's request to have her immediately suspended until a hearing next year. But the panel said it was concerned about the number and the escalation and seriousness of the allegations against Judge Peterson. In Douglas County, Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.
All right. So that's not even the half of it, guys. Not even the half of it. So the big thing that, well, this is not the big thing. This is the second to the biggest thing. The big thing happened on Thursday. We're getting there. It's over here. And it's these ones here, starting here. So we're getting to it. This woman, native Thailand. I'm about to tell you everything in the news story. Maybe I should just play the news story. But basically, this Asian woman is about to marry a black man and gets a marriage certificate and finds out 5 years later, so she's already married, that she has written something wrong on the marriage certificate. That's the setup. I'll play the video. Let's see if we can make it big if it'll work.
New details in a Fox 5i team investigation earlier this week. Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson.
Don't forget what I said about those social media posts about not wanting people to marry black men that are not black women. Don't forget about those. And then watch this.
Must explain why she ordered a woman jailed and fined $500 after the woman asked to correct a marriage certificate issued 5 years ago. Fox 5i team reporter Randy Travis has more.
PJ Skelton was born in Thailand and raised by her biological uncle. She told the Fox 5i team she never knew her biological father and put her uncle's name as her father on a marriage certificate. In August, after Skelton says she learned her father's name, she approached the Douglas County Probate Court in case she needed to make a correction. Instead, probate judge Christina Peterson held her in contempt of court for, quote, lying under oath and providing false information to the court. The marriage license was issued years before Peterson took office.
Do solemnly affirm.
This is the 8th public allegation of judicial misconduct leveled against Peterson by the State Judicial Qualifications Commission, despite her being in office less than a year. That includes ignoring the sheriff's office rule not to let people into the courthouse without being screened.
She did put this courthouse in a very bad place from a security standpoint.
In court filings, Peterson said she did nothing wrong.
But judges who refuse to acknowledge that they are subject to the law rather than above the law don't last long in judicial office.
The Supreme Court rejected a petition by the JQC to have Peterson temporarily suspended until a hearing. That won't happen until next year. By paying a $500 fine, Skelton served 2 days of the original 20-day sentence. In Douglas County, Randy Travis.
Imagine, if you will, just imagine you are newly married, you're a newlywed. Excuse me. And you find out because life is weird sometimes. This woman didn't know who her father was, but being that she wanted to have the record straight, she's digging through boxes, whatever it is. She finds her birth certificates and finds out, oh my gosh, I put down on my birth certificate that the person who raised me is my father. And now I know because I found my birth certificate that that's not true. That's not my father. I need to correct this court document that I signed and had notarized. I don't know if they're probably notarized. I don't remember. It's been 17 years since I've had to go through this, but I need to correct that. And then you think you're just going to file a correction. It's going to come back correct, like just through the mail, through email, whatever. And the judge is like, you need to come down to the court and then get sentenced to 20 days in jail. 20 days. She did only end up being in the jail for 48 hours, but that's only because her husband came up with the $500 to get her out, to bail her out. A lot of people can't come up with $500 in that amount of time. So she could have sat there for 20 days. If some people would have had to make the decision of what are we going to get groceries or am I going to get my wife out of jail? Because that's the way the world is right now. I couldn't even imagine. All right, here's some testimony from that trial, and I want to play. The beginning of this news segment is just kind of clips from those other ones that we just watched. So
through security checks and a series of questionable.
Okay, so this is about the social media posts. This is that video that she was pretending to be. She has some sort of filter on, pretending to be a white, like a Southern white man.
Social media posts, some promoting her part-time acting career.
Did you want to take a break?
But when Peterson took the stand again last week, her biggest complaint was not being appreciated for making judicial history in Douglas County.
I'm the first African-American female and Democrat. Yeah.
Oh, why does it do that?
Yes.
Any publications that you're aware of that ever acknowledge that fact?
I was never celebrated or congratulated. The first, on my day of swearing in, I was sworn in by Judge Emerson. I received my first JQC complaint.
Another hearing officer, Richard Hyde, suggested some of the criticism against Peterson could involve the fact that, unlike her predecessor, she chose to keep all birth and death certificate fees in addition to her salary. She was asked how much in outside fees she's pocketed so far since she took office.
$400,000.
I don't know.
Are you looking for the answer out?
No, I'm just.
An additional 400,000 is what he said. An additional 400,000 in fees. Now, turns out it wasn't 400,000. It was like 207,000. But that's in addition to the 137 or whatever it was they said that she gets as her salary. In addition to.
Trying to understand, like I would have prepared that if I would have known that am I charged with some type?
I get to ask questions.
Okay.
No tears, by the way. She's dabbing her face. There was no tears coming down her face. Nothing was happening there. She just needed to grab a tissue for some reason.
She never answered the question,
No,
but according to county payroll records we reviewed, Judge Peterson kept all $140,000 in fees each year for 2021 and 2022. Judges rarely do that in Georgia, but it is legal. That pushed her total compensation to $265,000 a year, one of the highest paid judges in all of Georgia. And Russ and Courtney, by comparison, Georgia's chief Supreme Court justice made $216,000 last year, so about $50,000 less than this.
So that's the part I wanted to get to. This rural, I mean, it's not rural. I guess it's part of Metro Atlanta, but this county probate judge was making more than the chief justice of the Georgia Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Georgia, $50,000 more.
Probate court judge in Douglas County.
Yeah, the question is, I mean, this has been going on since she took office in 2020. How much longer is this going to go on?
It's going to go on longer. They have not scheduled yet closing arguments in this case. There are appeals to be heard or motions to be heard. And then the hearing panel has 30 days to come up with a recommendation for the Supreme Court, which will ultimately decide what to do about all this. So we're pushing up maybe into, qualifying next year for the Democratic primary. And she already has, Judge Peterson already has.
All right. So they did find her guilty.
An extraordinary development tonight in the long-running investigation into Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson.
I really wish I could make it big for you guys.
Rare move, a
Just not
hearing
letting
panel
me.
decided Peterson is guilty of, quote, systemic incompetence and should not remain in office. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis explains.
Did you want to take a break? Christina Peterson did not do herself any favors during 7 days of hearings beginning last September. The JQC hearing panel's report criticized her for not taking any responsibility for the 30 counts of judicial misconduct lodged against her.
I just don't have a memories of my dad. I don't know who he is.
The most troubling, wrote the panel, Peterson's decision to jail this woman for trying to amend her marriage certificate to include the real name of her recently discovered father.
Did you go to this hearing with any idea that you may be going to jail?
No.
PJ Skelton served 2 days of a 20-day jail sentence for contempt before her husband could pay a $500 fine. Such a hasty and shockingly disproportionate reaction is the hallmark of Peterson's intemperance, wrote the panel. The report criticized Peterson's attempt at this meeting to get her HOA board to settle a lawsuit she had filed, even though she knew the HOA was represented by an attorney. Peterson's attempts to avoid responsibility for these clear violations bordered on the farcical, severely eroding her credibility with the hearing panel.
You cannot go in this building, and eventually she went in.
The sheriff's office said Peterson ignored their orders and held a wedding after hours, allowing people inside without deputies present. She once hit a panic button when a deputy was late escorting her to court, causing a temporary panic among security. And when county staff criticize her actions, it quickly triggers allegations of obstructionism or even racism. These communications and actions reveal a judge who publicly vilifies colleagues, is quick to threaten them with unnecessary legal action, and generally projects a spiteful and vainglorious persona.
I'm the first African-American female and Democrat. Yes. I was never celebrated or congratulated. The first, on my day of swearing in, I was sworn in by Judge Emerson. I received my first JQC complaint.
Peterson's main...
Keep in mind that was testimony at her hearing for misconduct. She brings up the fact that she was not celebrated. She was not celebrated enough for being the first Black female. I think those are all the caveats we have to put on there. Probate judge in that specific county. No, there were more caveats. She didn't get celebrated enough, guys. That's what's important here. That's what's important. Not the whole wedding party thing. Not the fact that she got arrested for punching a cop on Thursday. Oh, yes, I have body cam. Give it a minute. I have body cam. Not the fact that she put a poor woman in jail because she made a mistake, an honest mistake, by the way, on her marriage certificate 5 years earlier. This woman didn't even have to bring it to the court's attention. She didn't even have to say anything, but she did because she's a good citizen and she wants the paperwork to be right. What's important here is that she was not celebrated for being the first Black female probate judge in Douglas County, Georgia.
Defense was her inexperience as a judge, a problem she promised has been addressed through additional training. But the panel was not buying it. The report also cited multiple examples of failure to actually do her job, needlessly delaying petitions before her office. The hearing panel said Peterson was guilty of systemic incompetence. Judges are expected to act in a manner that promoted the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. Respondent has shown that she cannot or will not do so, and so she must go.
Peterson has 20 business days to file exceptions to this report with the Georgia Supreme Court. They're the ones who will ultimately decide whether to take the recommendation to have her removed from office. I talked to her attorney, Lester Tate. He told me they disagree with the recommendation and they will take it to, quote, the next level. At the live desk, Randy Travis.
Thanks, Randy Travis. I appreciate your report there. I appreciate it. So Thursday night, outside of a nightclub, this very past Thursday, a couple of days ago, outside of this nightclub in Buckhead, Red Martini Restaurant and Lounge, which, by the way, as I was watching the body cam footage earlier today, I watched the whole thing yesterday. And then earlier this morning, I went through to pick out timestamps because it's like 2.5 hours long. And we don't have that kind of time today because it, like I mentioned before, it's my anniversary. Our anniversary. Mr. Zed's involved here too. So we got stuff to do. We did go out for a lovely anniversary lunch before the show. That was very nice. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. We tried out a new restaurant in our little town. And it was lovely. Anyway, so earlier today, I was watching the body cam footage, and in the background, at one point, you see a very nice church steeple. And I'm like, that looks so familiar. Where do I know that church steeple from? And so I called my sister and I said, hello, sister. Is this the church that you got married in? Because this looks familiar to me. Yes, indeed it is, across the street from the church that my sister, when she lived in that area, which she doesn't anymore, was a member of, her and her husband. And the Red Martini is right there. So I have pictures somewhere, probably in my sister's wedding album, on these steps right here, which I thought was quite the coincidence. But yeah, so we're at the Red Martini Lounge, which is here. And it looks like a lovely place, right? Pretty fancy place. Looks nice, right? Well, yeah, it looks very nice. And so Judge is partying at this nightclub, and the cops get called because there's a kerfuffle outside at a food truck outside of this lounge. And there's I guess, I don't know if the cops got called, but there was an off-duty cop that was assigned to like hang out in the area because there's nightclubs in the area. And cops get on the scene.
Following breaking.
This is the initial report. So this is the report that I first saw, which made me change my mind of what I was covering Sunday.
County probate judge says that she was wrongfully arrested and charged in Atlanta. So this is the mugshot of Christina Peterson. Atlanta police arrested and charged her with a felony after an officer says that she hit them early this morning, and they were responding to a fight outside the Red Martini Club in Buckhead. Peterson has since bonded out of jail, but tonight we're learning witnesses who saw it all go down say that she was trying to help a woman in distress. 11 Alive's Angelina Salcedo live tonight in Buckhead. So, Angelina, you actually went to the judge's home today, but you were able to speak with her. Were you able to speak with her?
Ron, I was able to speak with both of her parents who say that they are just surprised by these charges, the arrest, and they know that their daughter was just trying to help. The woman at the center of this fight, recovering after getting out of the hospital tonight, she tells me police got the wrong person.
Beat up, not well.
Still at the hospital.
I just got an x-ray done on my lower back because I fell. I got pushed down and I tripped over the curb. So I landed on my elbows. He punched me in my face.
Alexandria Love says an argument turned violent early Thursday morning. She says a woman's boyfriend attacked her.
So sad because no one helped. There was so many men out there. And the only person that helped was a woman.
Love says that woman is Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson. Atlanta police responded just outside Red Martini Club around 3:15 when the fight broke out.
Only because of the way she was swinging. So in the process of her reaching back, that's how the cop got hit.
Madison Shannon Kelly is Love's friend who was.
By the way, when we watch on the body cam, that's not what happened. She didn't accidentally brush against the cop like this woman's. She did not do that.
Also trying to get her help.
Focus is not the judge. The focus is the fact that this man attacked my friend.
They say officers never arrested the man responsible, but Judge Peterson was arrested and charged with simple battery against a police officer and a felony after an officer says they were struck with their closed fist.
Judge did nothing more than try to help.
Peterson's attorney Marvin Arrington Jr. says this video shows her arrest. They're now looking for the charges to be dropped.
All eyewitnesses will confirm the judge had nothing to do, and they let the young man who was assaulting the lady go.
Now, Angelina, I know you spoke with her attorney. Does he expect these charges to be dropped at all?
Nope.
Ron, he does, and he says that the video is going to be a key piece of this in order to show that this hit to the officer was not intentional. One of those videos we actually played for you of the alleged arrest. They're also working to get videos from the clubs that you see behind me. Also, the body camera footage from the Atlanta police officers that responded. They're going to be addressing the arrest and charges tomorrow afternoon. We're live tonight in Buckhead. Angelina Salcido, 11.
It's so weird that 2 weeks in a row I'm talking about Buckhead, which is a neighborhood here in the Atlanta metro area. I think it's actually it is because it was Atlanta Police Department that has the body cam footage. But 2 weeks in a row, remember last week we were talking about that shooting that happened, that police shooting? That was also in Buckhead, not far from here.
News in Atlanta tonight. APD has just released body cam video of the incident that led to the arrest of Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson.
On its Facebook page, police say in the moment, Peterson forcibly pushed an officer in the chest as he tried to assist security by escorting a woman out of the Red Martini restaurant and lounge Thursday morning. But the original arrest warrant says Peterson struck the officer with a, quote, closed fist.
APD says that officer was working an approved extra job at the time. Later in the video, Peterson appears to refuse to provide her name to the officer on several occasions. Peterson is charged with felony obstruction and simple battery of a police officer.
But earlier today, Peterson's lawyer told Fox 5 she was trying to help the woman you saw in the body cam video. He says Alexandria Love had been attacked. And this is video one of the witnesses recorded of Peterson on the ground being detained by officers.
Love says a man attacked her in the line for a food truck. Judge Peterson was in tears today as a witness spoke in her defense.
Did you all notice every time this woman cries, there's no tears coming out? Every single time. We've seen it 3 times already.
I see this person just flying by me, and I didn't know who she was, but I just know she helped my friend, and if she hadn't helped, I don't know what we would be saying today.
Peterson's attorney is asking police to find and arrest the man who they say attacked Alexandria Love. They're also urging Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis to personally review the case and dismiss all charges.
Oh, good. We're going to get Fannie Willis involved. That always goes well. All right, to the body cam. Like I said, this is 2 hours and 17 minutes long. I want to point out that in this 2 hours and 17 minutes, and I don't know if we're not watching the whole thing. I have several timestamps that we're going to get to. This many timestamps we're going to get to. In this body cam footage, the entire time, the police officer is wanting to know her name. He asks several times. We'll see some of them, not all of them, but she never even she won't give this officer her name, which is very difficult for the officer. And this officer has so much patience. I even commented on this video we're about to watch how much patience this officer had. I would not have the patience for it. This is a really good cop, as far as I can tell. Watch, like next week, he's going to end up doing something. I mean, from this video that I've watched twice now, since it happened on Thursday. Well, it just got released yesterday afternoon, but so I've watched it twice in the last 24 hours. He seems like a very patient man. Now, keep in mind the audio doesn't kick on right away, as all body cam is like that. We're gonna have to watch it small, guys. I'm sorry. Why did it skip ahead? Hold on, troubles. Hold on. I can do this. I'm a professional. I can definitely do this. Oh, here's one thing I want you to pay attention to. I might have made a mistake by pausing it because it might not start again. We'll see. But there was some sort of dispute on whether she like reached back and hit him, is what they said happened, before APD immediately put out the video, by the way, immediately when they saw the BS that her lawyer was trying to say. You see very clearly her push an officer, but then a couple of beats after that, you hear men in the crowd piping up saying, whoa, 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 that's a cop. That's an officer. That's a cop. But the video is so close to somebody, you can't really see what's going on, but there's a jolt. So I think she pushed him and then punched him, because the police report says she punched him with a closed fist, which you can't really see, which I'm hoping there's some sort of surveillance in the area that will show that clearly before this goes to trial. But who knows? But there is a point in between the push and the men saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. So it gives me the impression that two actions happened here. So just pay attention to that when we play this. Maybe. No, just let that nigga run for the female. No, he just punched me. Everything for no reason. Right? Let him fucking go. Let him fucking go. Let him fucking go. Let him fucking go. That's a cop.
And that's on me. She's a judge. Go get my shit. She's a judge. Go get my purse. The judge just punched the cop. The judge just punched the cop. No, I did not. Go get my purse. Christina, I have your stuff. I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Where's your purse? I got it.
Officer. Hey. Back up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She was helping the girl out.
I didn't punch shit. No, I didn't. No, I don't punch niggas.
This is your elected official, by the way. This is an elected judge, by the way.
No, I did not. You, are you? No, I didn't. I don't punch me.
Okay.
Are you serious?
What I don't understand is the guy was pushing the girl.
You pushed that lady.
He pushed that girl.
Record. Dennis, record. Record, please. Record, please. Are you serious?
She was trying to help out the girl.
He was
That
putting.
girl was getting slugged by a dude.
Record, that is record, please. Please.
I'm just taking it to the G.
And he took off my.
That was the moment she recognized the fact that her wig had come off in the kerfuffle. That I think that's my favorite part. I put that on the thumbnail because I was cracking up so much.
Put me in front. Christina, you told him to record you. I said.
All right, yes.
Okay. Officer. Did you give them your name? No. Christina Peterson. No. Where's my purse? I got everything. Thank you. What happened, officer? Please tell me what happened, please. She was trying to help another girl.
Okay, if I come there, why you swinging on me?
She was trying to help another girl that was fighting. A man was beating a girl. Please don't arrest her. Because a guy was beating
Wait.
her.
That's it.
That's my friend,
Hold on.
please.
I'm going to take it to the G. There we go. All right. They got to back up. I apologize. What you mean? I just told you. How you gonna walk? No. I don't know. I walked over there to separate it and I got punched. That's it. She seen me. She said, get off her. I'm trying to break it up. Right. Oh, punch me. That's it. Yeah. You gotta control yourself. That's it.
That would never happen. Listen, it doesn't matter. He punched that girl.
6955 X-ray radio.
What happened to the other girl? The girl she had the conflict with.
6955 X-ray. Show me about 16G.
He would never.
Starting mileage 12684. Yeah. I gotta go. I don't know. All right,
I know who I'm Tiny, answer your phone.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. So they ride in silence for a little bit, and then 15. Here we go.
Nothing.
Security was separating a fight.
Nothing.
I was
He
assisting.
hit a woman. He abused.
He's calling it into the jail ahead of time. Like, I guess they have to call it in. Hey, I'm on my way in I have a person in custody. So that's where we are here.
On the
She
shit.
ran up,
And I
combo of like a push punch, and
He put me in
then I placed
handcuffs.
her in
I was
handcuffs.
not in agreement
So I'm
with
gonna take referees.
My God.
Identity violent and tumultuous manner.
My God. My God. Ma'am. Look at the videotape, ma'am. He punched a woman to the ground and then he did me the same. My God. That is.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
That is so disrespectful.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
God is not pleased on
So,
God is
so listen. Maybe if you wasn't drinking, maybe if you wasn't drinking, you would have known that I walked over there to separate it. So there you go. And that's why you're going to jail.
This woman has done nothing to him, Lord. He put his hands upon her, and I could not sit and watch and see it, Lord. I observed him, and he, in the name of Jesus, Lord, he has been touched by a devil in the demonic spirit, Lord, that he has put his hands upon me in retaliation, and Lord, in his demonic spirit, Lord, I'm going to let him live in what he has lived in, Lord, and he's not going to succeed, but he's going to do what he's going to do in this moment. But Lord, you said vengeance is mine, and I will repay, Lord. I'm going to love that you repay. I hope that you seek mercy on this man. Seek mercy on this man. He put this he beat this woman. I bet I bet his cameras wasn't working. Right when he was outside of that place, when he was in it, he was beating up.
She's hoping his cameras were not working. She was hoping that. Turns out we're seeing everything, Judge Christina. We're seeing it all.
And he knew I wasn't going to deal with that.
This home is related to the
It's not my position to ever rotate. It's not my position.
6955 X-ray. I think it is related, but
It's not. Lord, it's not ever in my position.
it's not at the same time. Go to 2. I'll meet you on 2.
All right, we're going to fast forward a little bit again to 2125. What she was doing there was praying for the officer. I'm not sure exactly. She was praying that the body cam was on. She was praying a bunch of stuff. So now he's trying to do the report so he can bring her to jail.
All right, man. What's your first name? So I can book you in. No. I have to book you in. You want to provide your name?
Reading 507.
You want to provide your name so you can get booked in?
I know my rights.
Okay, I'm asking, do you want to provide your name?
I have not committed a crime. Book me in right now.
Okay, I need your name.
Book me in. I have not committed a crime. Book me in. Book me in.
What items do you have on you? Excuse me.
I don't have shit on me.
Alright, I need your first name and last name so I can book you in.
Me in.
I can't book you in.
Book me in. It doesn't matter. Take me in, sir. Unbuckle me and book me in.
Okay. You want to get booked in so you can go home?
Sir, I don't give a... Listen to me, sir. Book me in. Because I'm going to tell you I'm going to win at the end. Book me in. Unbuckle me.
Okay, so if you want to get booked in, I need your name and your date of birth.
You should have known that when you arrested me without cause and provocation. Thank you.
I'll get it.
I respect that. What zone is this? What zone is this? What zone is this? What zone is this, sir? Sir, what zone is this? Can you do me a favor? Hello? I need to call somebody for me.
We're skipping ahead. She basically, for that time that I'm skipping, he asked her a bunch of times to give her name. She refused a bunch of times. Skipping ahead again.
I don't have to lie. The camera tell everything. And then there is no reason to lie.
By the way, we're at 3:50 now on the body cam timer. This started at 3:15, and she's still refusing to give her name. And look at how much time is down here on this video. She never gives her name.
I pray to God you had your camera.
Yeah, it was on. So I can't wait. Yeah. Well, God's answering your call.
What you need help spelling?
No, I don't need help spelling anything. No, I just need help spelling your name. I'm trying to. You trying to? Bro, I'm not going to county. Well, you making it take longer. I'm just gonna finish the report. Don't worry about it. Okay. You want to go home? Do you want to get booked in so your friends can get you?
I'm gonna go home regardless. Where I be in here with Young Thug. I am Woody.
Yeah.
I've been watching his show. Listen.
She's gonna be in there with Young Thug and Woody. I've been watching his show. She's talking about the Young Thug trial. She's been watching the show, which is just hilarious. I've been watching too, by the way, Christine. I've been watching that too. That's a corrupt judge too, if you ask me, allegedly, in my opinion. Total corrupt judge, but we'll get to that. That's for another day. That's a judge for another day. We're talking about Christina Peterson right now.
I want you to. I want to book you in.
Yeah.
You don't want to get booked in though.
I could give a.
You don't care to get booked in.
And what you do? I would love for you to pick up the phone and call who I asked you to call. Call the people that I asked you to call. Call Stan. Call Kylie. Call.
They okay for who? Call them for who? Call them for who?
Me.
Well, I don't know who you are. What
You don't know who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Sir, call them and ask them.
Ask them.
Ask them. And would I ever put my hands on a man more and less?
Ask them who?
More or less an officer. Would I ever?
Well, you did.
No, I didn't. You did. You.
I'm the officer. What hands am I gonna put on officer?
You punched that woman to the ground and then did me. So don't ever try me. In God's name. Listen what I say. And I pray for you because I just prayed for you right now. And I hope you heard it.
Listen.
I heard it. I hope you
Instead of going back and forth.
I hope you heard it. I don't care what you say. But I hope you heard it because I'm going to tell you coonery don't go but too far.
So,
coonery don't go but too far.
Who's displaying it?
Coonery don't go too far, she said. I'm quoting there. Coonery don't go too far. That's a quote. Christina Peterson, 2024.
Coonery don't go but too far.
Who's displaying
I hope
it?
and pray that you understand who God is.
All right.
Thank you. I hope you understand who the Lord is. Your radio is doing what it needs to do. It's not, my sir. My God. Take me where I need to go because you're harassing me. It's called false imprisonment. Take me where I need to go. I should never be sitting in a police car for 80 minutes. And I am not under arrest.
You are under arrest.
You are under arrest. You are under
You are
arrest.
under
You have
arrest.
the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be or will be used against you in a court of law. You have not told me that. You have not told me what I'm under arrest for. You have not told me what I have done.
Okay, we see this a lot in body cam videos. I didn't expect to hear this from a judge, but here we are. She's saying, I'm not under arrest because you did not read me my Miranda rights. You don't have to be under arrest, or you don't have to have your Miranda rights. Miranda rights. What? I can talk. You don't have to have your Miranda rights read to you to be under arrest. Now, if they want to question you about the incident, they have to read you your rights. She thinks she's not under arrest right now because he has not said you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you. You have a right to the attorney, the whole thing. I've seen this a lot with dumb criminals. I cover a lot of dumb criminals on this channel. We see this a lot. This is a sitting judge in the state of Georgia who thinks she's not under arrest because he has not read the Miranda rights. This is insane to me. This part was just crazy to me.
Let's be very clear. This is false imprisonment. This is malicious prosecution. Please understand what you...
Ma'am, you are under arrest for disorderly conduct. And you are going to the Atlanta City Jail. You are going to the Atlanta City Jail.
Please, sir, at this moment.
Okay, I'll give you...
Tell me what I have done, sir, please.
I told you.
What did I do?
But do you want to argue or do you want me to talk and you want me to let you talk? Okay, are you going to let me talk? Alright, so let me talk. Okay, so let me talk. Okay, so let me talk. So
what was the disorder?
Can I talk now?
You punched that woman in the face and knocked her to the ground, and then you did me the same. What did you tell me?
Okay, you want me to talk now?
I could tell me. What's
I'm going to tell you. So you got disorderly conduct, acting in a violent and tumultuous manner towards me.
What did I do, sir?
So there was a fight going. Listen, you asking me. You're asking me.
The fight that you did?
No, listen. Are you asking me? Or are you? Okay, you asking me what?
Tell me what I did.
I'm telling you. Look.
Because
I'm talking to you.
You're gonna have to kill me, sir. At the end of the
No,
night,
I don't have to kill you. I don't have to kill you.
What you gonna have to do?
So listen.
I'm just trying to figure
Ma'am,
out.
I'm trying to talk to you. Why you keep talking?
Have to kill me.
You keep talking.
To protect yourself and what you've done tonight.
Listen, you keep talking.
You're gonna have to make sure.
Do you want to know what happened or no?
Please.
I'm sitting in my patrol car.
You were sitting here.
I was sitting in my patrol car.
You punched that woman in the face.
No. I was sitting in a patrol car. There was a loud commotion going on, arguing, some sort of fight going on. I walked over there. I seen security with a female.
What female? Was it me?
No.
Oh, great.
So whatever security, whatever female that was in a, whatever happened to her, security was trying to calm her down.
What, before you got there?
Before I got there, exactly. So before I got there, I guess she was in an altercation with a male.
No, she was never in an
Okay.
altercation with a male. You punched
She
her.
was. I never punched her.
You did.
I'm telling you, I did.
I
don't have to.
watched you.
You watched me punch somebody?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
What else? So what happened with me?
Ma'am.
Where did I come in?
Security was calming the lady down. Let me talk. Listen. Why are you trying to argue? Let me talk. 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 No, you asked me to tell you what happened.
Siri. Call.
Ma'am.
Collie Coy Span somebody.
Ma'am.
Call the.
Can I book? Do you want to get booked in?
Call me, please.
Okay. I need your name and date of. Okay, I need your name and date of birth to put you in the city. You know your name. I don't know who you are. Your name and date of birth has to go on this ticket.
No, you book me in.
Your name has to go on this ticket.
Fingerprint me. They'll understand.
Ma'am, your name has to go on this ticket.
Relax and get me
I'm
there.
telling you, your name has to go on this ticket.
Don't ever disrespect who I am.
Your name has to go on this ticket.
I'm always on the news. Relax.
I have no idea. I have no idea who you are.
And you will.
She says, you know me because I'm always on the news. First of all, people don't really watch the news that much anymore. A. B. Everything, all of the time she was on the news, I just played for you. So do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing that she's always on the news? Like we just saw the wedding thing, the woman who she put in jail for making a mistake on her marriage certificate. Like this is what she's on the news for.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not losing my job. I'm not losing my job. So.
But here's the thing. The money,
okay, I think the county. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think the county will get you. They'll be able to book it. Yeah.
Which county?
We'll go to Rice Street.
What county is this? Where are we?
No, don't worry about it.
So they're taking her to Rice Street, which if you guys remember, if you're a fan of the Katie Z show, you would remember. I got my gavel. So at the end of this, I can overruled. I've had this gavel since before I've had this channel, by the way, and I've never felt the need to pull it out before now. By the way, if you're a fan of the Katie Z channel, you will remember a live stream that I did when a certain ex-president was being booked in for alleged crimes in Fulton County. I went down there and live streamed. That was a fun day. I almost died of heat exhaustion or stroke. I'm not sure, because I neglected to bring water with me, which is just very smart, Katie, very smart. It's very hot that day. But that's the same jail that he just said they're going to take her to Rice Street. Oops, sorry.
What county is this? Take me here. I want to book in.
You don't want to book in. I'm asking for your name and date of birth so I can write it on a ticket to book you in. You don't want to.
I want to book in.
All right.
All right, we're going to skip ahead. He makes some calls here, so we're going to skip ahead to my favorite part. I think it's, where are we at? 46? 45. My favorite part is coming up. And you'll know why. If you know me, you'll know why. 45:53.
How far should I drive out?
Ma'am.
If you figure out why this is my favorite part, don't say anything in the chat. Just know. That's all you need.
I'm trying to get this process.
Fuck you, nigga.
Okay. I'm trying to get this process.
Fuck you, nigga.
Like they're both black.
I'm trying to get this
What are
process.
we doing here?
You, nigga. I'm praying for you right now. Don't talk to me. Like I'm really praying for your spirit.
But anyways, the Indian is found now 69558. That's just Joe, the fingerprint scanner.
That's Grady.
You're allowed to have one at Grady.
That's okay. There's a unit that has the fingerprint scanner at Grady. There's only one unit.
Take me where you need to take me. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of jail. I'm not scared of none of it. Take me where you need to take me.
Units at Grady.
Take me where you need to take me. Stop harassing me.
All right, man.
I just pray for you.
So listen.
Take me where you need to take me.
Ma'am.
I'm not scared of you or jail. Please
Ma'am.
take me where you need to take
Listen.
me. No, I could give a fuck. Take me where you want to take me. You're not
Ma'am.
gonna harass me, and I could give a fuck. What
Listen,
you doing.
listen.
No, fuck you, nigga. Stop playing with me. You have beat a woman and you beat me to the ground.
Ma'am.
Take me where you want to take me.
I can't take
No,
you. I don't
take
have any
me.
identification on
And
you.
I don't care. You don't need the identification. You have
I
locked
do.
people up, and you have picked up dead bodies when you don't know who bodies it was,
Ma'am.
but you picked them up.
Ma'am.
Take me where you need to take me.
I'm trying to.
No, take me where you need to take me immediately, expeditiously.
And you have prevented
Take me. I could give a damn. Take me where you want to
So
take me.
how do you want me to take you somewhere
now?
expeditiously?
Now. Take me where you want to take me. I pray for you. I promise I pray for you because your life, you have a long life to live. I promise you. I pray for you.
Ma'am, I need your
I
first name and
pray for
last
you,
name,
sir.
please.
Listen to me.
So I can book you in so you can go on with your day. So you can go on with your day.
Sir, the last
done with me.
person that ever tried me like this died 30 days later. I pray for you. And
Did that sound like a threat to anybody else? Because to me, the first time I heard it, it sounded like a threat. She said, and I quote, "The last person that did me like this died 30 days later." Those were her words. That sounded like a threat to me. I don't know about
pray for you. My God.
I'm trying to book you in
My God.
so you can
Right
go.
now, in Jesus' name, I
chill
pray.
out, and you can go
I
home.
pray.
I'm trying to book you in.
He's a woman abuser, Lord. He abused that woman outside here, tried to abuse me, Lord. Right now, I ask that you forgive him. I ask that you put in his heart and his spirit, Lord. I pray that you let him live and understand. I pray. He don't understand, Lord. And if he feels this is a mockery, Lord, please let him understand.
Oh, ma'am, I'm trying to get you booked in so you can go
Lord,
home.
he doesn't understand what this is. He doesn't understand the spirit of God because he's understand.
Ma'am.
He's
Ma'am.
understood what the good
Ma'am.
Proud Boys is. He understood what Illuminati is.
She's calling him a Proud Boy and Illuminati right now. She's calling him a member of the Proud Boys. What? What are we doing here? What's going on? I don't understand how her brain works. Maybe I need to drink more and I'd get it.
But he don't know what you are. It's not on my hands. It's on that woman's hands that he beat to the ground just a minute ago that I wouldn't watch. Let him take me where I need to be.
Ma'am, I need your name so I can take you where you want to go.
Home where I need to be.
Where do you want to go?
Let me make it.
You want to go home?
Where I need to be, Lord.
Listen, I'm cutting you. Listen,
No, because
I'm cutting. I'm not giving you
I
space.
asked you to call. You got his number.
What's your
name? Carly.
Give me your name.
Cyrus.
Okay. So give me your name and I'll call Carly.
Cyrus Carly.
Give me your name. Give me your name and I'll call him.
Call him now.
Give me your name and I'll call him.
He will know with my voice. Call
All right,
him right
don't worry
now.
about it. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
All right. We're going to fast forward again to 55:30. He takes her to this is the first of 3 jails or facilities that he takes her, because he wants to get her fingerprinted to see if she's in the system, then he can identify her that way. So we're going to go to 5530.
Don't touch me.
All right, can you step up?
Notice that we have to blur her top because how low her outfit is cut while she was out at the club. I can't exactly tell because it's blurred out, obviously, but it doesn't look like there's some sort of wardrobe malfunction necessarily. That's just how low her top is cut, that we have to blur it for YouTube. That eye roll. That eye roll.
Yo, yeah, this one's okay. They come to the front.
For what? I wasn't cuffed. I wasn't.
Mr. Zed's informing me that her dress ripped and the white part is her undergarment. So maybe I'm wrong. I take it back. I can be wrong, and when I am, I'll admit it. So maybe we are blurring a malfunction of some sort.
Shut the fuck up. You look like a nigga who was trying to eat on me before, and I never let him. Relax.
Never.
Shut the fuck up. And stop touching me.
Don't.
Yeah, stop touching me. Get the fuck off of me. Stop touching. I got it. I walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. This nigga beat a woman and think I'm about to watch it and be cool with it. You weird ass nigga. Listen.
Listen to how different now all of a sudden, after she's talking to the first officer, Wadsworth, I think his name was, for an hour now. It's 4:11 in the morning at this point. He's been at this for an hour with her. She gets with this woman police officer and is trying to be her friend. It's like just an instant later, all of a sudden, she's like, ma'am, listen, here's the situation that we're in. Try to get something. It's very, I don't know what the word for it is, but it was like whiplash, the mood change there.
What, you just need a name?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't need shit on me. This nigga beat a woman to the ground. Want me to what? Look at that.
I'm just drinking too much, man.
Now what am I gonna do?
Let's get right here. Yeah.
What's your name? What was his name?
Wadsworth.
What? Who?
Wadsworth.
Wadsworth. Got it. Thank you. What?
Bro.
At one point, Wadsworth says, "Do you see what I'm dealing with here?" It really cracked me up. Skip ahead a little bit. She's just back here fingerprinting. The woman cop was fingerprinting.
Thank you. What's your name? I asked him to call somebody for me, and he didn't. So, what's your name? When I get to call somebody, please, I'll talk to you. I asked him to call Cyrus Colley. Call Cyrus, please. Thank you. Cyrus Colley, thank you. Call Tarakoy, needs to be 01. Thank you. Please, thank you. Tarakoy, Cyrus Colley. One or the other. Call me. They're one of my boys.
See what I gotta deal with, bro. Nothing, bro. That's all she got on her, bro.
And he said I called him. Where we going? We can't identify you. And where we going?
You gotta leave.
Leave where? Where we going? Back in the car. You just the jail? Why can't I go to the jail?
You don't want to get booked in. You don't want to provide a name.
So what's your name?
What's your
What is
name?
your name and your date of birth?
Call Colley. You got Colley, you know? I don't know who Colley is. You don't know who Colley is? He don't work for Atlanta Police Department. He does? Yes. But I still don't know. Can you call Colley? Do you know Colley?
No.
You acting like you don't know Colley.
We don't.
We don't know who
We
Colley
didn't need your
is.
name. Can we get your name? So
You don't know Colley.
Can we get
Cyrus
your name?
Colley.
Yes, no.
Call Ty Coy.
What's your name?
Call Span.
Okay.
Lieutenant Span. One of those. Call him.
You don't have your number.
Yeah, 24, 44.
But you can't get booked in. We don't have your name and your date of
Sir,
birth.
nobody cares. If somebody committed a murder, you would be booking them in regardless. Because you don't give a fuck who they are.
Okay, all right. Come on. All right, we gotta go.
This is harassment.
Come on.
Don't touch me.
Come on.
Don't. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me.
All right, come on.
Don't fucking touch me. Come on, let's go. Come on.
He ain't no idea.
Because you don't want to call him because you know you're going to be on the fuck shit. It's crazy. Okay, Watts work. Okay. Where you went? To the party? You was at a concert? He beat the bitch to the ground. I was leaving. I don't know the girl. I was just sitting in a line waiting to get the food. And he just because I was watching. I don't know this girl. I've never met her a day in my life.
Oh, I'm checking the county.
Hey, if something happens to me, we got you. You will watch. Hold on, mate. Listen to me. Where's your camera? You can't let me get in this car with this fucking lunatic.
Give me your name. If you give me your name, then you'll be booked here. You'll be with us. Just give me your name.
No.
What's your name?
No. Call. Do what I don't know. I don't know them people. Call. You do know Polly. Yes, you do.
Who is that?
That's so true. Imagine being Cyrus Colley today after this came out yesterday. That poor guy. I feel bad for him. She's like, call, and then she's like, call Stan. Just a first name. Just call Stan. Just call some dude named Stan. But I do feel bad for Cyrus Colley today. If you're watching this, Cyrus, I'm sorry.
Where she works?
Him.
Where he working?
Atlanta Police Department.
Well, I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. Do you know Fanny?
Also, it's 4:16 in the morning at this point. Could you imagine getting that phone call if she actually got booked and made that phone call? Getting a phone call at 4:16 in the morning on a Thursday? I would be so mad.
She there in Fanny. Yes, you do.
I don't know you.
Yes, you do.
If you give me your name, then you stay here.
LeBob.
I don't know their numbers.
You don't know LeBob.
I know who he is, but I don't have his number.
Call him all.
Then tell him I can't. How am I going to tell? I got somebody.
Call him and I will say hello, and they will know who I am.
I can't do that.
It's harassment. It's harassment. And I will. Are you recording this?
No, I appreciate it.
You're losing me. Are you recording this?
Ma'am, you can be here and stay here, and your friends can pick you up.
No.
The ones that were in the Audi.
Listen to
That's
me.
it. All I have to do is put your name and date of birth on here, so you can get booked in.
You
That's
a
all.
lie. You're a liar.
I'm telling you what I'm charging you with.
You're accusing me of, and you're a liar.
Disorderly
You beat
conduct.
that bitch to the ground, and you hit me to
You
the
have
ground.
the wrong person.
Yes, that was you.
No, you're drunk, and I'm telling you.
I don't even fucking drink like that, you
come
weirdo.
on. And that's why you're acting like this.
Are you gonna give us the information so you can stay here, or you get back in the car? Are you gonna let me die in the car with this fucking weirdo? You're not gonna die. Good luck.
These club extra jobs, these club jobs.
All right, we're getting to the second jail. All right, the second jail. We're going to try to identify this woman. We're at 4:44 a.m. Almost 4:45 a.m. at this point. And remember, it all started at 3:15. So we're an hour and a half into this of her not identifying herself and saying, call Cyrus Colley, who's apparently an Atlanta police officer of some sort. Yeah. Imagine throwing away a salary of $250,000 a year. This woman's salary was. Now, keep in mind, this happened on Thursday, and she hit all of that other stuff with the PD or PQ, whatever. No, JQC, I think it was the Judicial something Commission, whatever the JQC is, investigated her. She was in the process of appealing that, but this past month, she was voted out. Like the county, the people of the county voted her out. So she wouldn't have had that job anyway, but she still would have been getting that money, that $265,000 until the other person took office in January. So she's throwing away 6 months of that salary. So half of that by her shenanigans that we're watching now.
Hey, Sarge. Any updates? Oh, at the city jail? Okay. All right.
Can you save me from this lunatic, please?
We're just giving Zena treats every now and again because nobody seems to be donating, and this is the only time that she gets treats. So we're just every now and again giving her a couple of milk bones here. Could you save me from this lunatic, please?
Hello? Officer, please. Thank you. Freeman?
Hopefully it works.
What works? Freeman? What works, Freeman? Hopefully what works? We did!
But that's it.
Oh, come on.
I got the earphone. Radio.
What you need, Freeman? Freeman, what do you need? Freeman, what's my charge? But did you know? Why you thinking? Hold on. Why you thinking? Do you know why? Hold on.
I'm off him.
Hold on. Why you're
Why are your fingerprints? You tell me what I'm arrested for.
Let's take one more thing.
Freeman, you're not
Disorderly conduct. Huh? Disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct.
What was the disorderly conduct?
I wasn't.
Can you ask me? Because I
Ma'am, I took disorderly conduct. I was separating the incident, came over, punched me.
I never punched you.
Okay, that's what happened.
You're full of shit.
Okay.
No, I want to know what I'm being arrested for.
Disorderly conduct.
Where's the arrest?
You have to take it.
Where? Raymond?
It's up there. You wrote your ticket up. Call to who?
Your boss. Who's your boss?
I'm the tank.
Who's your lieutenant?
You? Can I get your roof?
Call fire.
They're not working.
I'm not agreeing with you. Am I? You not told me what I'm arrested for. Because he took me in. Freeman?
But what I'm saying is,
She's standing, Freeman.
yeah, I'm trying to see.
So why would you give me on the paper, on the telephone, but you couldn't give me on the real system? Why wouldn't you give me on the real system, Freeman? Can we go inside and think about it? I want to be on camera. Is it on? Is it really on? So hold on, put me on camera. Hold on, put me on camera, Freeman. No. Tell me what I'm arrested for, Freeman. Before you try to do all
What's your first and last name?
Freeman, tell me what I'm arrested for.
I already told you disorderly conduct.
What was the disorder? Because I watched him beat a bitch down to the ground and then beat me to the
What's your
ground?
first and last name?
Freeman. Stop playing. Play with your mom.
What's your first and last name?
Play with somebody else, Freeman. You can Google me and find me anywhere.
We got a Rumble donation. However, I can't have Rumble up on my computer, so I can't show it to you. But I have it on my phone. It's there. So we're going to give her another milk bone. Thank you very much, Smith W. I appreciate the super chat, or Rumble rant, I should say. For some reason, Rumble makes my computer run very slow. So I'm keeping it on my phone, but I appreciate it. I appreciate any support, by the way. There's a reason why I do this. It's not necessarily for the donations, but they do give me the warm fuzzies, like I'm doing something right. So I do appreciate that. I just like talking about this stuff with you guys.
I told him who to call. I told him who to call and to ask him who I was. I told him to call. I said no. Because that's against my will. Thank you, Freeman.
So, they gonna take a John Doe? Huh? They gonna take a Jane Doe? John Doe?
I mean, they used to. I don't know if they still do.
Collie?
What the thing is.
I found his number from the city email.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, I ought to get him involved in that.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do it, but she definitely needs to be identified acting like this.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking she has been arrested. But then pop up cases.
Yeah. She's name dropping whoever she says she was a prosecutor. I can't fact check.
I mean, if she is, then that's where
yeah, I know.
Acting like this. Yeah. But usually this is in the same system as theirs. And kind of think Fulton County, right? Same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still take those. Did before.
I'll call it intake. Yeah, like she needs to be identified.
She ain't have a person nothing on her.
All right. Let's skip ahead to the last police station. They just talk for a little bit here.
She just been yapping. That's what she's singing in the car, yapping.
That's how you know she's not having right long right now.
Yeah, I got both cameras on. Just recording all of that. Yeah, she's singing this.
All right. Third police station of the night. Third. now 5 a.m., by the way. You can start to hear birds chirping in the background. That's how long she's failed to identify herself. 3:15 she got arrested. Don't forget, 3:15.
On this one? On this side, yeah. Man, how you doing? How you doing, Steve?
By the way, everyone who's here watching me right now, this is the last month that we're going to do the drawing. So if you want to get in today, and then next Sunday is going to be your last days. And then in July, we're just not going to do that anymore, just because it just doesn't seem to be, it's not working anymore. And it's an executive decision, and it's my drawing, so I can do whatever I want. But I do appreciate the support either way. Xena will still get milk bones, though, because I have a ton of them. We got to get rid of those milk bones.
So here, this deal right here, the charge is the signature bar on the side that's set out. I'm gonna call.
You have anything on it, like debit cards or
Yeah, but she been dragging this shit.
Yeah.
She ain't have no pocketbook on the ground, nothing like that. Man, I was dealing with something else. She came over and just went like just out of nowhere something. She been like this the whole time. I don't even think she don't even know. Yeah. She just.
What club is that?
Red Martini.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
And usually they be older, they be
a little bit, sometimes.
But you got something like this, right? All right, thank you.
Let's see you.
Just skipping ahead. He's waiting for an officer to come out and talk to her.
What's the problem? You want to ask your officer? Well, I wanted to know what's going on because I don't know if you want to go home, but we could be all day with you until we find out who you are. I don't know if you got plans tomorrow. Listen, it could be all year with me. Okay. Listen, if I'm falsely arrested, I'm fine with that because that's what it was. Well, he got body cameras saying that. And I would love to see. Can you play it back? Well, we can't play it back right now because it's still recording. Well, listen. I've been sitting here probably about 2 hours. We can't stop this recording. Oh, well. Then that would be a discrepancy. Don't you got a recording? I'm sorry. You record? I just turned my phone on. So perhaps let's see his and see how it's looking. Well, it doesn't work that way. You can always, you know. Oh, you know I will. And you can do that. And I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Well, it might not be tomorrow. Well, I'm going to subpoena this. Call it whatever you want. You get released from the jail. I'm just trying to help you. Call it what you want to do. I asked him to call who I asked him to call, but he said. And I texted he's asleep. I know Kylie personally as well. And I tried to contact him.
All right, so we're at the point where we found somebody who knows Cyrus Colley, and she texted him. And keep in mind, it's 5:15 in the morning right now. We started at 3:15. 5:15 in the morning, this female officer who comes out to talk to her knows Colley and texted him. He didn't respond because it's 5:15 in the morning right now. Also, can we just talk about the fact that even if none of this happened the last several hours that we watched, even if she went to the club and went home, she's out on a Wednesday night at 3:15 in the morning drunk like this, and she's got work the next day? Who does that? What a grown adult is out at 3:15 in the morning? Like, I used to do that in my 20s when I didn't have a lot of responsibility, when I didn't have a real job. I worked at Walmart. It didn't matter. I worked at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But this is a judge, an elected probate court judge who's sending random people to jail, by the way, as a probate court judge. But she's out at 3:15 in the morning, 3 sheets to the wind.
Sleep. You have how many members you got? I have 2. Both of them. You got both of them? What is he gonna do for you today, right now? I don't know. I've never been false arrested in the city of Atlanta. Okay. He still doesn't make the decision to unarrest you. But we can't call him to assist him. I'm sorry? Call your sheriff. Sheriff? We don't work for Fulton County Sheriff. Who do you for City of Atlanta? Yes, ma'am. Who is your chief now? Chief Sheriff.
sheer bond?
How long they been here?
Sheer bond, I don't know. He's been here a really long time. He was my major before he been a chief. Chief, how long has he been the chief? Maybe a year or two.
Okay, I'm about to say it ain't been long.
But I still don't know how that's relevant right now. Again, we're going to take you down to Fulton County. We'll try to get you identified there. We're just trying to help you. If you don't mind being here, you said you can be all
sir,
day, all week.
Ma'am, I don't even know what I'm being arrested for at this point, ma'am. If you can tell me,
It's a city charge, but
call me city charge.
once
Call
we
me
get
what
her name, it can escalate.
But can you tell
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a county charge
You
when we
can't
get
scare me with that. You can tell me what I've been arrested for, and I would be very.
It's a city charge obstruction.
No, he said
disorderly conduct. No, see, it's disorderly.
Oh wow, they changing the charges.
It's disorderly conduct.
What was this? What's the charge?
I just said.
What's the charge?
Disorderly conduct.
What did I do?
Man, we went over this.
What did I do?
Violent into motion, acting violent to motion.
What did I do?
You interfered as I was talking to somebody and punched me in my chest. I'm not charging you with battery on a law enforcement officer. I'm charging you with disorderly conduct. You can go home. You can signature bond out.
So right now, like I said, he's not charged.
Give me a city charge.
Again, it will be reviewed by him. What we're doing right now is giving you a city charge. He's giving you the option to give you a city charge.
I respect what
Once
you're
he goes to Fulton County and get your full correct name,
you're gonna make up something else?
He's gonna put a state charge of physically assaulting him.
Okay. So he gonna make something up?
No. If he shows, if he says
gonna
that
make something up?
you put your hands on him.
No. He put his hands on me.
I just wanted to see.
Why do I look like? You think I went out looking like this? I didn't know I looked like this. That man put his hands on me. And he put a hand on another woman. It wasn't me, ma'am. I don't know that. I don't even know the woman he put his hands on.
Well, I haven't Mirandized you, so I'm not gonna ask you.
Exactly. He didn't either. He didn't either. Correct. Because if I'm not under arrest, then why he didn't Mirandize me?
You don't have to. That's state law, unless I'm questioning you.
Okay.
Which I'm not about.
So who's talking to me then? Am I just talking
I can speak to you. I can ask you your name. And I can see how you and cooperate with you to get your name. I'm not asking you about the incident that occurred. I'm not asking you about your crime.
He tell you I went in there?
Yeah.
And I got finger running.
You got scanned to see if you can come into the system.
And what happened?
You've been arrested.
What happened?
It didn't come back because you're not cooperating with us. So
you said I didn't cooperate?
Because you're not giving us
You
your
said I didn't
name.
scan
You're
my
not giving
hair?
us your name.
You said I didn't do my fingerprints?
So at this point, I was just coming to you, Sergeant Daniels. You'll be going to Fulton County Jail to be processed and scanned. If you don't come back, you'll just be going back to
What's
the
your first
prison.
name?
I don't have to give you that. My dash number is 7162. I'm not arrested.
But hold on, I'm not either. Allegedly.
You are. You are
So you
arrested,
said,
man.
I'm arrested now.
You are.
At what point was I?
Once he left that location with you,
That's what I thought. I thought so too,
Okay.
but I didn't know what I was arrested for.
But
So,
again,
thank you
our
for telling me.
sergeant.
So you're saying it was, now you're saying it was, you saying he made up something else. What are you saying it was, or what's the real charge? Because I just want to make sure I have the charge down. It was obstruction.
Disorderly conduct is the charge. It's always been the charge. It's never changed. It's always been disorderly conduct.
It's disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct.
Yes.
Okay. You said something else. I just want to make sure.
I'm not the arresting officer, so it doesn't matter what I said when you came to your charges. I'm not arresting you. So if he told you your charges previously, that's
He never told me, ma'am. So
But you said I changed your charges, so you knew.
No, but so I didn't know shit.
Okay,
So I just
I'm not
wanted to
gonna
make
go back and
sure.
forth. I just wanted to see if you wanted to cooperate before we took you
Cooperate with
somewhere
what?
else. With your name.
You can't get my fingerprints?
I want you to put your toe in. I don't want your toe to get
My toe is in.
Wait,
Put
here,
seatbelt,
seatbelt. Hold on, he's gonna put your seatbelt back on.
Go down the county.
So he didn't arrest the woman he beat up or me? So I just get beat up. I just get arrested for the person he beat up?
Can't watch your foot.
I wasn't there. So you can ask the judge whenever that happens. All right. Can you put your foot in?
Daniels, thank you so much, Daniels.
All right, thank you.
Daniels. Thank you.
6955 X-ray radio. 6955 X-ray. Could you show me a route to Fulton County Jail with this female? Starting mileage 12693.
So they end up driving around for another. Let's go all the way to the end. It just abruptly ends. She never gets booked in anywhere in the body cam footage. We're at 5. Hold on a second. We were at 5:20, and then we go to the end. We're at 5:30. So yeah, he just drives around to another facility, but we don't see anything else after. I want to know what you think of this judge. I want to know what you think in the chat right now. Does anybody want to call in about it? No, I don't have time. I got stuff to do. It's our anniversary. Never mind. Next week. I'll have call-ins next week. I promise. Next week. This was just crazy to me. And then when I watched the body cam footage yesterday, I'm like, I need to cover this on my show immediately. So this judge is overruled. WAP. I should change the, hold on. I should have changed the camera before I did that. This judge is overruled. Was that loud in your ears? I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Like I said, I've had this gavel since before I've had this channel, and I have never pulled it out until today. I've never covered a judge before. Have I? Have I covered a judge before? I don't think I have. Anyway, it's Mr. Zed and Mai's anniversary, so I'm going to get to skedaddling. But next week we have a Crime Land episode. It's going to be the last episode of the month. I have so many good things in Crime Land that you guys have sent me. I can't wait to cover it. So many good things. And then the week after that, okay. The week after next, I'm going to have guests in studio in my home on that Sunday. Steven's definitely going to be here. I think Frank from the Let's Be Frank show he will be here. I'm not sure when he's leaving. He may still be here Sunday afternoon. John from the Porch Boys, he will be here. Lots of people will be here on that Sunday. Oh, Kafar's in the chat. Hey, Kafar, congratulations, by the way. Kafar, Mrs. Kafar, I'm not sure how much of the work Kafar did, but Mrs. Kafar had a baby yesterday, I believe it was. And congratulations to Kafar. I love how many babies you have. I love that. I actually was thinking about you yesterday because I saw a cousin of mine who was traveling from Florida. They live in Chicago and stopped through. And she's got 7 kids. And I thought of how many people do I know that have that many kids? Kafar doesn't have quite 7 yet, but pretty close, right? So congratulations. I appreciate you being here. We're just wrapping up. We were talking about this judge in Douglas County, Georgia, who got arrested Thursday morning. And it's quite a doozy. So there's that. You're done at 5. Kafar says he's done. This is his 5th child. I think you can have at least 2 more. You got to beat my cousin. She's got 7, have a couple more. Why not? Why not? I mean, there's lots of reasons why not, but don't say that. Never say never. Never say never. Anyway, so what I was saying is on the 7th, July 7th, I have people in town, and I'm getting distracted. Kafar is saying that his live stream from yesterday had to cancel, and it was about an attorney in Royal Oak that tried to break into an ex-coworker's house with a gun knife, like a gun with a knife on it. I actually have a little attachment for my Glock that has a little like bayonet knife. I've put it on, but it's just really impractical because how do you put it in the holster? Duct tape, zip ties, and a crowbar. Maybe we should cover that case together. That sounds right up my alley, doesn't it? Does sound right up my alley. Let me know if you need a co-host for that. Sounds like a great story, by the way. Oh, a gun and a knife. Me thinking about the little tiny attachment for my Glock. That'd be fun too if we broke in with that. So happy anniversary to Mr. Zed. Today's our anniversary, 17 years, and we're going to go out to dinner now. Next week, Crime Land, July 7th, not sure about that. After that, we're covering Tawana Browley. If you haven't heard of that case, that is a doozy. I'm going to end the show. I never know how to end. So I'm just going to go. Goodbye.